and she told me how excited she was about everything. Then I brought up the trip and asked her if she wanted to go somewhere like that for her and Anthony's honeymoon. She said she would love that since it was such a beautiful resort and the food was amazing. I told her that one of the other bridesmaids got the number of a guy she met at the resort. She said that was juicy and told me to spill the tea about it. I said I didn't know much except they planned on having a date soon and joked that she might be getting proposed to at Laura's wedding. Laura laughed and said she wished she could have taken one of the guy's phone numbers from the resort. I asked her which one. She told me in a low voice. I'd take the second guy. He was so good in bed. I acted like I was picking up my drink and pushed my phone closer to her. I asked if he was the best out of all of them, and she said by a long shot. We laughed and drank. Soon the waiter brought us the bill, and I ended my voice recording on my phone. We hugged and went our separate ways. The second I got to my car, I called my brother. I told him that I needed to talk to him ASAP and asked to meet up with him without telling Laura. He asked me if everything was okay and what was going on. I told him that I would explain as soon as I saw him. I told him to meet me at my house and hung up the phone. I raced home and waited for Anthony. When he knocked on the door, I answered it quickly and asked if Laura knew he was over there. He said no and that she thinks he went to visit our parents. I led him to the couch and pulled out my phone. I told him I wanted him to hear something and played the audio. His face dropped. He asked me how long I'd known, and I said since that night. We sat there in a long silence and he said, she told me she had a lot of fun and how she really needed that night. She talked about how all the guys on the resort were hitting on her and she flashed the ring I bought her every time. I couldn't believe she lied to me. I told him I was sorry he had to find out that way, but he just had to know the actual person he was marrying. He asked why I waited so long to tell him, and I told him that she threatened to tell Todd that I used to be an adult entertainer.